Hello. So, I've got a thing for collecting junk. I mean, right next to this is something that has a bunch of junk on it, but also an original Xbox. And down there, you can see the bottom, but down there is an Xbox 360. There's, of course, the Wii. It's seen some days. But yeah, the whole reason it's like this is because it's DVD drive. It doesn't read well. But yeah, it's seen some fair use. And also somehow, the power button is somehow missing. Don't ask me how that's happened. If I could have found my more functional Wii, I would have put that up there, but there's also this. That time is incorrect. But we have a new addition to this massive library of useless old computery things that I keep on getting. Say hello to the PlayStation 2. Now, I used to have one of these. Well, not... Don't focus on the hand, focus on the PlayStation. Well, not specifically this big chunk behemoth. I actually had a much smaller model. It was like a SCPH 75009, I think. I'm gonna have to look that up. Now, when I got it, I didn't know what model it was going to be until I had a look at its model number, SCPH 30003. Now, going off of the numbering, which technically I was going off of in the sort of the fashion of the original PlayStation, this would have been like a sort of a second generation of PlayStations. Like, it's a revised model. But no, the SCPH 1X 1000 units were exclusive to Japan. This is a UK launch model PlayStation 2. And oh man, it's a beauty. I have always wanted to own one of these big model PlayStation 2s because they're always so fascinating. It's only a little bit smaller than X. Actually, hang on. Whoops. I'm just gonna unplug them. It's only a little bit smaller and a little less and a little more lighter than an original Xbox, which as you can see, big, and while it might be a little bit smaller, well, it's not as powerful as an original Xbox. Mind you, that thing has PC specs in it. Honestly, I ain't argue, it's still a really good console. I mean, it was the best selling, like what, 1 billion units? Now I've got a bunch of stuff planned with this PlayStation 2. And one of the big main ones is getting it soft modded so that I can run games off of a hard drive. Which, speaking of, I have come prepared. That is a 2 terabyte hard drive. I don't know if you can see that. Where is it? There it is. 2 terabyte. One problem, it is Zeta. And the official IDE adapter, well, it's IDE, so it's not going to work out of the box. But there are pre-modded adapters, or just third-party adapters that natively use Zeta. Now, why am I doing this? Because in terms of homebrew, it's not much you can really do with a PlayStation 2. Well, it is mainly for the games, which I have plethora of, but it's more to do with that. You can flip that around. Now, when I got this, I'll actually bring up footage of it, the disk drive was slightly working. And what I mean by that is that it was, well, it was turning on. But that was about it. Now, to be fair, turning on is something. And it was actually registering memory cards, and it was also registering controller inputs on both controller ports as well as the memory card ports. It's also how I found out that this PS1 memory card doesn't work. which is a shame because it's a nice translucent memory card, and I love translucent technology. We need this to have a comeback. Anyway, let's get this all set up and plugged in. I'm not going to bother with setting up the capture card again. I'll just point at the TV just there. I do have the CRT monitor, but I'm not going to bother with the CRT monitor because that's already enough hassle to work with. Where did I put the... Just, yeah, that's a decent audio level. Let's turn it on. Terminal controller. And there we go. That looks rubbish, but again, it'll have to do. So as you can see there, SCP-H3003. 03, rather. Just gonna angle this a bit better, so it's... Yeah, it'll have to do. If I turn off the light, will that give a better output? Actually, that doesn't look too bad. It actually has sort of a retro vibe to it. You know what? I dig. Oh god, it doesn't do well with those bits though. So, the whole reason why I'm getting the, you know, the hard drive and all of that set up with this thing is because while it did work initially... Okay, I need to put the... I'm not putting the light back on. What time is it anyway? Oh god, it's midnight. I need to find a disc. This is a game I really like. Gran Turismo 3A spec. It's a really nice game. I'm gonna plop it in there. Now I don't know if you can hear it, but it's struggling. Now it did that before, but I was reading and I was able to get some menus. But then shortly after, well, it died. And you're about to see the cause of that. God, just imagine if it defies my expectations and just suddenly works. Yep, nope. So yeah, other than browsing old memory cards and I don't know, going on to the PlayStation 2 menu onto this screen, and that is not what I wanted to select. There we go. Turning up the volume to I don't know, listen to the sounds of the ocean. Then right now it's not exactly usable, but that doesn't matter, because I'm gonna make it usable. Right, I'm going to turn this light back on. I have ordered a free MacBoot card, which will allow me to use the hard drive, although I will need to get the adapter for this, and one that has been modded with a Zeta port rather than an IDE port. Because again, this is a Zeta drive, and the PlayStation 2 came out when IDE was still being heavily used. So again, I can slot the thing in the thing, and then use the free MacBoot card to set it up. There's actually some pretty good some pretty good tutorials on YouTube on how to get it set up properly. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing my games off of. But yeah. So when the DVD drive was working, I was able to, you know, do some gameplay stuff. Basically, what I found out is that with either how the PlayStation 2 is outputting the 240p signal, or it's something to do with the Elgato, but the PlayStation 1 240 or 288 in this case display mode doesn't bode well with the video capture card. It captures, but not very well. The video is shaky, there's a green bar at the top, and it doesn't even pass through to telly. In terms of capturing PlayStation 1 stuff, it's not great. When it's using 480 or 576i though, it captures fine. So I'm just thinking it's either how this is outputting that progressive mode, or the Elgato just doesn't support it. Hey, I'm not complaining though. This is a great fun to have it working completely. It's more of an emulator guy, but when I have the chance to, real hardware, it's never beaten. Just gonna be great when I can actually play games on it. Okay, so, planets changed a little. I was expecting the free MacBook cards to arrive on the 21st, and if you may notice down here, it has arrived extra early. Oh, you may also notice a bit of clarity here. I changed out the SD card in this camera because I ran out of storage on the previous one. So, yeah. Welcome to 1080p. Anyway, free MacBook card arrived. It actually arrived yesterday and I was doing some testing. I did some configuring around as well. Because I learned there's a lot you can do with a free MacBook card. And I didn't know that. It's a lot of settings. I mean, there it is, there's a free MacBook logo. And there's our Sony logo. Now, to people familiar with the free MacBook cards, this might look a little different. But yeah, I saw online there was a sort of a guide on how to get an authentic look with the free MacBook menu, and that's basically this here. This card actually came with a few extra goodies, like a Genesis emulator SNES station, which has that pretty cool music. If you know, you know. Codebreaker, which is apparently a GameStop sponsored cheat thing. I'm wondering if that was copied over from a disc or something. I'm not sure if they have the licenses for that. It's also got an MP3 player, which actually interprets everything as MP3. But for right now, we're gonna go into Ulaunch Health, which is your standard file browser. There is a lot you can do with this. In fact, actually, I'm gonna go straight into that. Whoops. I'm gonna go USB. I'm gonna go into boot. No, it's sysconf, I think. Yeah. Let's just go into the config. Just straight away, because I just want to show you how much you can change with this. So the menu X at 430. Menu Y can stay the same, but you turn off all of the text stuff. There's some. Oh really? You can just click select on the specific menu items? Oh man, didn't have to reset the entire config just to get it back. I might run out of battery during this, but let's see here. Sick as fuck. There we go. It's clear that we need a few spaces there. Sorry, what? The left. This is a third-party controller, by the way. It came with it. The left. Oh, you can't even see that. Jesus Christ! Auto exposure, man. Did I reach a limit? I think I reached a limit. Me. Yeah, that looks rubbish, doesn't it? Okay, I just want to share something quick. Oh my god, you can see it here. It's changed on everything. What the fuck? I think you have to set the R value back, because now my text is small. And it's the text on everything, and I really mean it. So it's text on this, it's the text on the version thing, text on the browser, it's so comically small. What the fuck? Like this is, it's like the text that we like use on the HD screen. It also changes the text on the system configuration. Well, it didn't, but it shifted it down. We're starting to look good. Now, I don't know what else to add to this. Okay, there's an option in there for scroll menu. If you turn it off, well, it basically does what it says on the tin. It turns it off. But at the cost of everything not fitting on the screen. As you can tell, I've got too much stuff here. This is all the stuff that's come with the PlayStation, well, with the book card. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to turn that back on. I'm just trying multiple colors. I'm not sure how good this is gonna look. I have to get rid of the. Whoa! Holy shit! Hang on. So that's telling me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 to 9. So we have standard white color, this yellow color, the select color. No, that's different. Yeah, that's not the select color. So what's all the rest of these colors then? When are they used? They look like the colors is used with button faces, or a few of them. Interesting. Opens up the idea for other ODSys hacks. Okay, X is not a command, and that color is just grey. So we're gonna have to do some pushbacks then. Got to be pushing it all the way along. I have an idea though. Oh, left to come. Oh fuck, the battery's going. Ooh, actually that doesn't look too bad. Especially with the lower text. I think it looks cool. Anyway, that's enough of that. This is running out of battery. I think once I get the config I'm looking for, because I want to change the text font, the text colors rather, I'll take a picture of it and then just plop it on the video, because this is running out of battery. But yeah, that came yesterday and I was testing it around. There's actually a Mega Drive emulator, and I've got some ROMs that I was testing out. It's a shit emulator, by the way. Anyways, this is running out. I can't let it stay on the battery for longer, so we'll have to go. Okay, I'm sorry for the odd angle. I'm just setting this up very crudely because I think I perfected it. There we go. You tap it a few times for some other reason. Here we are. And controller isn't working. Now let's look at that P-Gen emulator. I don't have a lot of battery left, but you're gonna have to trust me on this one. I like using the Amiga song for it. Overdrive might not be the best one to try this out with, but we're doing it anyways. I might actually just capture card this rather than using the camera because it's dying anyway. But yeah, here's Titan's demo running on the PlayStation 2 Mega Drive emulator. Oh, it's gonna be great. Alright, there it is. I think I'll let the capture card take over. Anyway, before this dies, I want to just showcase that odd MP3 playback thing. Because it really is odd. Hasn't died yet, apparently, somehow. I'm going to simple media system. I have to go into here. Auto start. There we are. So I'm going to do a random one. I'm going to do this one because it got the coolest sounding. Just listen to this. This is a PNG file that it is interpreting as MP3. So basically, you just take a raw MP3. You could take a raw MP. Also, I've just realized I'm speaking into the left side microphone. So if my voice appears on the left, that's why. But yeah, so I play a different one like this bin. I get a much different result. This is really weird. If I load one of these ISOs, well, I think it just says unsupported file. Yeah, unsupported file. So there's that. We're just gonna... what one was it to go back? I don't know what configuration I'm saving. There we go. I want to go to the boot browser, thank you. Well, anyway, yeah. So that's FreeMake boot. Honestly, I think it's quite cool. I'm gonna load some MP3s onto there so I could probably play one of my songs or covers or something through it. It's got a cool visualization anyway. Camera's desperately low on battery. That's FreeMake boot, and you got to see my super cool theme that I just applied. Anyway, now to wait for the adapter, and hopefully I can just transfer stuff via USB. It's gonna be super slow, but it'll save me having to buy an adapter for the Mac. Anyway, there is something else arriving tomorrow, I think. So then, a day has passed. No Zeta adapter yet. Although I do have myself a good little bit of Scotch VHS, Black Rain. It's a stereo hi-fi. What the hell? Now this, I ordered back in December, and it's finally arrived. Now if you don't know what this is, and you probably don't, this is a signal mixer. It's more commonly known as a dirty video mixer. We got 2 inputs, 1 output, a potentiometer to mix the signals between the two. Basically what the dude did is they took the shell of a VHS tape, scooped out all of its guts, and then did some modifications to the front of it to put these holes, of which the new guts are installed. Actually, hang on, I'm gonna get my phone light to show that. As you can hopefully see, there's some new guts in there. And they all have to do with the video circuitry. And in actual fact, I think the term signal mixer works a lot better in this case, because that's what it is. Hang on, let me get this set up. I'm gonna take the video output of the PlayStation 2 and insert it into this slot. I'm gonna take the output of a different console. I'll just get the output of my Xbox 360, plug it into this one, and that's the 2 inputs that we can switch against. And I'm gonna take a random RCA cable and just plug it in the middle. And that's basically the setup. It looks a bit janky, and in actual fact it's, oh god, Jesus Christ. Pro tip: don't rely on wireless controllers. Anyway, we're going to turn on the Xbox now. So all the way to this side is the PlayStation 2, and then all the way to this side is the Xbox. You can get actually rather crafty with this. You can also potentially black out the signal because of how unstable it can get. Actually, there is one thing I want to try. Be with ye in a sec. Damn, it's really offset. Holy shit. Look at that. Oh, can really mess up the signal. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's when I recorded the sign to the fucking... That's when I recorded the sign to it. Which can I rewind? Rewind? Rewind. Wee. Hole. Look at them artifacts. 2 images in one. Look at that VHS static. We can have VHS static to the image. Oh, this is sick to play around with. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. This is sick to play around with. I'm gonna prefer the tracking off. It gets a lot more shaky actually. Ooh. Holy shoot. Oh man, this is sick. No, like genuinely, this is really cool. I want to do a little switcher. We're going to switch to this. It'll be interesting how it records actually, because this is a CRT. Turn on the TV. It'll be interesting if this flickers or not. The video is recording at 50 Hz because that's my country, man. That's my country. 50 Hz all the way, baby. Oh man. So that's slightly different. Ooh. Yeah, this is all this section is, just me messing around with PlayStation 2, a video mixer, and a VHS tape. New signal coming in, and it's blurry. Okay. First of all, I'm not recording in the middle of the night this time, and second of all, the final piece of this puzzle has arrived. The hard drive adapter. Zeta adapter with it. This is obviously a third-party one. It does not come with a network adapter. Won't be a problem, but hey. And yeah. So originally these adapters were IDE. Hence this warning icon right here. Because you'd have the big IDE connector, and then you'd have the Molex, which I know a certain someone will enjoy using. The style of video is actually sort of directly inspired by him, and also Dank Pods as well. Just want to say that out of the way, because that's the sort of. I mean, even Bringus himself actually did a video just like this, where he got a PlayStation 2. He actually put a Noctua fan up here, and also installed a hard drive. But that's what we're doing. It's just a hard drive bit. So we're gonna take out the little cover, and we have a nice new hole. So now I just need to grab my hard drive and the adapter, and we just connect them together, because hopefully it should just work. Okay, I need to find a screwdriver that will actually work with it. You could probably just use something like a USB cable, or I don't know. But time to go searching in my mess of a room. And I didn't need to go searching far. Found one. Well, my mum's been cooking. Yoink the yoink. And get it the right way. That feels like it's working. Well, considering it's actually sort of offset now, I think it did work. Oh, that's... there we go, you can slightly see that, can't you? Yeah. Not a big enough screwdriver for this, I think, but... hey, if it does the job, it does the job. You see, size doesn't matter, does it? Okay. I think that's secured enough. So now we just, need to see what the heck it does when powered on. Okay, I'm gonna go shut up the Alexa, hang on. Okay, there we go. Burnt tea averted, I'm guessing. Where was I? Oh, yes. PlayStation 2. Plug her up. Plugging in the PlayStation 2. The puss. Also this. We don't need this anymore. Just chucking things now, am I? Video cable not connected. I don't know, what the fuck do you mean by that shit? There we are. Okay, path A. Use a free MacBook memory card and format the storage device using ULaunch else HDD manager. R1. Format. We just gotta leave it for now. I'll be right back once again. Sick. We're done it. It's done. Ah, god damn it. Phone's out of fucking battery. Okay. Hey, just give me a moment, I gotta do something. Alright, I got occupied. Okay. Right, where was I? I don't know if it's doing anything. I think it froze. Create partition, name it OPL. So like plus OPL plus OPL. Size. There was a specific I don't know, I'm actually gonna try and find that YouTube video. Okay, so I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. It's telling me if above 1 terabyte, sets to 1356. So then I'll click OK. Failed to create a new partition. Huh? Well, what do you mean? Why is this controller so sticky? 1356. 1536 rather. Create new partition. Failed create new partition. What's it all about? Yeah, well I've done that, and it's saying fails to create partition. Ooh, now wait, hang on. Look at the size. Look at that. Minus 189422. I think we might have a problem. Oh, you. Come on. Thank you. You didn't have to rumble. Oh. Come on. Just blinking. Oh, the fucking batteries are dead. Oh, nope, never mind. Now you're working. Is it in properly? No, it is. It's having trouble reading it. I'm stumped. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to report back when I actually find out what's going on. Found my problem. This is an old U-Launch Elf version. So it seems like I've got an out-of-date version of U-Launch Elf, which might be why I'm getting this negative value. So I just need to update U-Launch Elf. And how does one do that? Well, from what I've seen, the files are essentially just on the boot, and it's just... Is it boot.elf? U-Launch Elf is boot.elf. Okay, it's called Launch. It's called Launch Elf. So I think if I replace that Launch Elf with a newer version, we might be in business. So I will be right back once I've done that.
5 months later.
Well, that took its time. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, whoever designed the PS2 to have such a crap ribbon cable placement for the disk drive, I hate you. Why is the tray motor speeding up? If anyone knows where I can find a replacement DVD drive for a SCP-H30003 PS2, let me know. First it wouldn't read discs at all. Then I adjusted the potentiometers for the CD and DVD lasers, and now PS1 games would work, and now it won't even recognize discs at all. I give up on this. FYI, it was already dying on me, so no, I didn't kill it. Also, I'm talking about a fully assembled DVD drive, not the laser assembly. I am not dealing with solder blobs.
Behold the Tower of Power. Ignore this one, that's a later video. Let me fill you in on the many months of misery. So, the disk drive. I actually tried to do some fixing with the disk drive, but yeah, nothing. I managed to get it to read CDs, and then I just completely broke it, which is great. If only I had this thing around with me. Yeah, the thing is, like, the potentiometers, you can sort of tweak them to get them to the right ohms, but I was doing them blind because this thing had, I don't know, gone for a vacation underneath the bed, so it wasn't available during the time. It would have been nice if I had found it sooner, because now I have a PlayStation 2 with a non-functioning disk drive. And better yet, actually I'm just gonna, yeah, hard drive in there already. Don't have any of the other stuff connected though. But yeah, everything else works, except for the disk drive, which is now doing this. Whatever that is. I don't know, this weird staggering thing. If I leave it on long enough, it starts doing the clicking noise itself. Yeah. What if I plop a disc in while it's doing this? And I'll go for the core classic, Gran Turismo. That's sort of put it in. Yep, it's the sensor. Or the laser. And I'm going to just, whoops. Okay, I'm turning this thing off. That clicking is not great. Obviously, it shouldn't be clicking, but it is. You also may be noticing, why is the PlayStation outputting component with a bunch of gray? Well, that ain't the PlayStation. That's this lovely thing. This is my most recent purchase. The Sony GXD500. A DVD recorder with a heck ton of inputs. Look at this crap. Look how much flipping inputs and outputs this has. Now, it doesn't read DVDs, which makes it fail as a DVD recorder. It does read CDs though, but it can't output any of its inputs via any of its outputs. And also, it's got one of the coolest on-screen displays ever. Like, what the hell? Why is this so cool? It's also got digital TV. Yeah, that makes sense. So that, hooked up via a component to the Elgato, actually solves that problem I had with PlayStation 1 games, which I can confirm with this bad boy. That's kind of where it is right now. Other than that, nothing else. So, I'll just release this one and then be on my merry way, because it's been quiet for a long time.